Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvadam Ganganapate Namaha. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha Namah Shivaya. Shri Hanumanji Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 13th of December 2024. I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Bhagavan, residing in the heart of every being. To continue from yesterday, we are examining basic ideas in Vedanta and to understand the concept of the Advait Vedanta, the teachings that are in Advait Vedanta. And along those lines, we were looking at some of the ideas with Gaudapadacharya. Gaudapad is a great enlightened sage who is the guru of Govinda Padacharya, who is Shankaracharyaji's guru. Shankaracharyaji's guru's guru. And this Mandukya Karika is a commentary. It is an elaboration on the Mandukya Upanishad. The Mandukya Upanishad is only 12 verses. They are 12 mantras, actually. Maybe we'll cover them also in this series at some point. And it is very, very Advaitic. It's totally Advaitic. Advaitic meaning that it just, it shows that there's only the one absolute reality. That's the basic idea. So I just want to kind of translate that verse for you. Then we'll look at it in Sanskrit at another time. It begins with Om. That Harihi Om. It begins this way, Harihi Om, and then it says that Om, that this syllable is all this is. That everything that exists is Omkar. It is Aksharam. That Om iti etad Aksharam idam sarvam. So idam sarvam, that which we see as these objects. It's all manifestation of the Akshara Brahma. The Akshara, in this case, it refers to the sound. So the Om is a sound that we we can speak that, but the rishis were aware of this. And this is where, in the very first verse of Mandukya Upanishad begins this way, that Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam. Idam sarvam. Everything is that Brahman. Everything is vibration. Everything is sound. It's very interesting. And it also means that when we speak Omkar, when we do the Om, Dhyan of the Omkar, it is like an ultimate meditation. Actually, that is the ultimate mantra. All mantras come from Omkar. It doesn't matter which mantra it is. It doesn't make any difference. All mantras, all sound, all of reality comes from Omkar. So, Om. That is how it is pronounced. Sometimes in some organizations in the modern time, so they have been pronouncing Aum. That is another Bij mantra. But the Sanskrit rules are such that it should be pronounced Om. Some people are pronouncing Aum Namah Shivaya. No, that's not correct. It's Om Namah Shivaya. You see, so you can feel the difference also. That is wrong. It's not that it's wrong. It's a Bij mantra. Aum is a specific Bij mantra actually. But according to the way the Sanskrit is structured, it should be pronounced Om. And you can see experientially what the difference is also. But anyway, to each his own, I suppose. So, Om Namah Shivaya. The mantra comes afterwards. Om is the Maha Mantra. Om itself is enough. That is Brahman. So, Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam. And then we'll look at the whole verse in more detail. I'll have to break it down a bit. It's a bit complex. But it means that what was, what is, and what will be indeed, all this is Om. Past, present, future. The past, everything that has been what we consider to be the past, what we consider right now, what is present now, and what is yet to be in the world of Prakriti, it is nothing but Omkar. It is nothing but Aksharam, Akshara Brahma. So Gauda Padacharya in his Mandukya Karika elaborates on the teachings of this Upanishad. And he is emphasizing the non-dual nature of reality, that it's all one. All right. I mean, that's fine, but what is the practical meaning for this in our life? The practical meaning is very simple, that do the Omkar sadhana. Omkar ki sadhana karo. If you want to realize the highest of reality, only one mantra is there, and that is Om. That is for Brahman, the Akshara Brahma. Omkar ki jo sadhana hai, is an intense sadhana. It is an Advaitic sadhana. But see, the mantra actually begins Harihi Om. That's how it begins. Why Harihi Om? Why not just Om? That's another interesting point. Because that is the dualistic bhakti. It begins with dualistic bhakti. In Advaita Vedanta, we always begin with Dvaita Bhav. That there is Bhagwan, Vishnu, Narayan, Paramatma, or मैं उनका भक्त हूँ. That is Hari or Bhagwan or Bhakta. This is pure Advaita I'm explaining here. Okay, write down this whole series. And then after saying Hari Hi Om, then it begins with Om. Meaning that a point comes where there is only one. The duality, it may be there from a tattva point of view, but there is the Atma and Paramatma. Paramatma meaning Brahman. Not like how we were saying in the Swaminarayan tradition that the Parabrahman is separate and beyond Brahman. That concept is not there in this Mandukya Karika or Advaitic tradition. There is no concept even of God actually in Advaita, like a separate being somewhere. Aisa concept hi nahi hai in Advaita. Advaita doesn't believe actually in a God separate, in a Parabrahman beyond Akshara Brahman. It doesn't accept that idea. Advaita means that there is only one and absolutely only one, and even the Jivatma is only that same Brahman. The Jivatma is not something separate from the Brahman or there's some separation there. All the other systems, Vishishtadvaita and all the other philosophical systems that came after Shankaracharya ji, they accept that there's a difference. That the Jivatma and the Brahman are different, but they are the same in the quality. When the Maya is gone, then it is one. So nobody is wrong, as I mentioned before. It is a matter of realization. How much realization? What type of realization? So this type of oneness that is discussed here is where the past, the present, the future, and whatever else that transcends the three divisions of time, that too is Om. Even what we say, what is beyond time, is also Omkar. So the whole manifestation, that which is not there, that which is there, that which is in our purview, not in our purview, everything is only Omkar. Again, this is spoken from the enlightened stage. But for our life, Om sadhana is very good. Om Namah Shivaya, the mantra that is from the Vedas, is also very, very powerful. And it's good to do this. Omkar by itself, if you chant, some people chant for hours and hours. There are some yogis, and it's a sadhana. So, very powerful, very beautiful, very Advaitic. It's very much Advaitic. Just Om, Om, Om. If you're sitting in your temple room or in a holy place, and just diya karna, do some bhajans and all that first, and then dive into Om sadhana. Om ki hi sadhana. This is Advaita Vedanta. And the more you go into that, the non-duality is there. The oneness. It is not an experience of something else. It is just the presence. It is the Atma. You see, so this is what the Upanishads are aiming towards. They are talking about realizing who you are, the Atma Tattva. Now, there's actually even more advanced Tattva Gnan about all of this than, because the Mandukya Karika, Shankaracharya ji's commentary, we will be looking at these in some detail in this year, next year. But there's even a much more intricate, even beyond this level, is described in the 12 Vachanamruts in Sarangpur. Sarangpur is a small village. Sarangpur has, Vachanamrut has 12 Vachanamrut, 12 talks. I was just listening to them yesterday. They are at such a level, at such a height, that this entire Mandukya Karika and all this thing that we're talking about, that is all included in that. And there's in what is beyond the Brahman, that is discussed in Vachanamrut. So it is very, very intricate subject. Everybody is correct. It's 10,000 plus years of history where these ideas have developed and the sadhanas have developed, right? So we'll talk more about it tomorrow. I just wanted to mention this verse. This is the first verse. I'll actually, tomorrow I'll show you the actual breakdown word by word and then kind of go into the Karika. I just was looking at that yesterday, and Shankaracharya ji's commentary as well as is also there. And see, Mandukya Upanishad only has 12 verses, 12 mantras. They're called mantras. They're not just called shloka, they're called mantra. So mantra is from the Vedas actually. So these are all Upanishadic mantras, are Ved mantras only, but they're at the end of the Vedas. That's why they're called Vedanta. That's why, right? So with that, we will be going into this further. Would love to cover all 12 of these, show you what they are. They're very interesting. Most people never read Upanishad and all these things. Just do some bhajan kirtan, chalta hai, and whatnot. But Upanishadic, real, actually, what is Upanishad? What is the mantra? What is the meaning behind it? What the acharyas have said? It's very fascinating, and I think we'll have a lot of fun with it. So let's stop here for now. Om Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mokshamulam Gurur Krupa. Om Tameva Mata Chapita Tameva Tameva Vidya Dravinam Tameva Tameva Bandusha Sakha Tameva Vidya Dravinam Tameva. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Sarva Mangal Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Mahalakshmi Rupena Samstita. Namaste, 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 Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Shri Hanuman Ji Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Durge Durge Rakshani Tha Swaha. Om Shri Durga Arpanamastu. Om Shri Radha Krishna Arpanamastu.